adventurers, and welcome back to the Bobblehead Boys. I'm Paul Realm, your friendly neighborhood game master. Over the next couple episodes, we are going to be getting into my favorite part of any role-playing game, and that is character creation. It's a ton of fun to go through all the options, skills, and combinations that can make each character unique. We wanted to record the process to bring you in on our thoughts and motivations behind the characters that are going to lead us through the Winter of Adam campaign. So in this first episode, we're going to give each of the Bobbleheads their proper introduction. We're going to hear a little bit about their motivations behind the new characters that they're making. And then we're going to take the Generalized Occupational Aptitude Test, the GOAT. Tom will explain a little bit more about that test later. But if you want to take the test with us, you can. All you need is a piece of paper, a pencil, pen, or any other writing utensil of your choice. I'll post a picture of the sheets that we're using on our Facebook page, but what's important is that you mark down numbers 1 through 10 with a little bit of room beside each just to write down another numbered answer. At the bottom of your sheet, you'll need to write down the words barter, big guns, energy weapons, explosives, lockpick, medicine, melee weapons, repair, science, small guns, sneak, speech, unarmed. These are the skills that are used throughout our game, and each answer from this test will add a point to one of them. The skill with the most points determines your future job in the vault, and for the players, their first tagged skill. That's it. You're all set for now. I'll check in later to see how you made out, but for now, enjoy this episode of the Bobblehead Boys. Here we are. We're going to be recording episode 4 of the Bobbleheads, and the first time all together actually recording at the same time, which is pretty wicked. So tonight we're going to cover introducing each of the players, but we're going to talk about kind of the characters that we're developing and what our goals are for those characters and our mindsets behind them. And then we're going to take the GOAT test. So first up is, apparently we're going to start with Tom. with a mouthful of food. It's good. It's good. I'll talk about you first before you get to talk about yourself.
Oh boy, I like to hear other people's opinions.
It's wonderful. So Tom and I actually met when we first started playing the Fallout role-playing game in the first place. And to be honest with you, I went home. I did not walk. That would have been a long one.
He thought about me all night.
I did. I talked about the night because I met a few of you that same night. But Tom came to that first night and he was like all in. He had the voice for Cohen. He had the mannerisms. Stood right up, selling the 7 Cs to everybody. Like I was like, this guy is Dungeon and Dragoning so well. That I was just really impressed right away, and since then he has never disappointed, and he won the Game Master's Choice Award in our first campaign.
What that means is that nobody voted for me, so he made a pity award.
It was the pity award, but it was really,
but it was way nicer than all the other awards.
It was the coolest pity award
so
you can
cool.
imagine.
Yeah, I've been meaning to mount it on my wall.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So, Tom,
yeah,
tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, well, everything's going to be covered in my autobiography coming out on Tuesday. Pick up your copy now at Indigo. That's the place you buy books.
It's called Don't Stick That There.
Yeah. Tom McIsaac from Halifax, live here now, work with Rob, who is sitting next to me. He's got a big old beard. He's also our DM's little brother. Little brother, right? Yeah.
Wait,
okay.
Really?
Yeah. Did you guys know they were siblings?
No, I knew you guys were family, but I didn't know
learning-
siblings.
Yeah, we're learning so much about each other.
Yeah.
A year later.
Yeah, and I mainly do things like this and have fun, and I try to keep adult responsibilities to a minimum.
Sweet. As we all do. What's the character that you're going to be building for this next campaign? What are your kind of ideas behind it? I don't know if it's a he or she. I have no idea what.
So I was originally thinking about playing a she until I listened to the first of our podcasts, ladies and gentlemen. That voice that I did, I thought I was nailing the accent. Turns out it was just me going Well, I do declare.
I loved it.
That doesn't sound any different than my regular voice, except
Noticeably, though, I was incredibly annoyed with how many times I say So I was gonna actually introduce like a drinking game. It's like you could do a shot every time I say
Oh my
but do
God.
not do
That's
that. Don't do that. You will die.
Yes,
You will
literally.
die. Don't please. Don't play that game.
So currently my character, I haven't actually fleshed it out gender wise. So currently they are amorphous and or androgynous. Potentially I will be playing a synth that is basically stock absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Like Ken doll, just
yeah.
But
So, what, a Gen 1 synth or something?
no, still like yeah. Well, so like more think of like Nick Valentine. So he's still, but so you can tell I'm a synth. You can absolutely tell I'm a synth. I'm not flesh masked over, but I'm definitely not like a hey, I just have eyes and you can see them moving, and I follow people's whatchamahoots commands and stuff. I'm my own thing.
You're making it really interesting for me. Sweet. All right. Do you have a name for your character already?
Not totally, because the only good one I came up with at the time was Human, and I don't want to use Human because I feel like that's like the obvious like I'm not. Yes, hello other people. My name is Human.
Human.
You can call me Tad Strange.
Tad Strange, as we do. So working around the table, then we have Robert, which is so hard for me to actually type Robert and not go Robbie, because I always refer to you as Robbie. As Tom mentioned, this is my little brother, and he's one of my favorite people. So yeah, how do I know you? You've been stuck with me for as long as you've been around. You get voluntold for all kinds of different things, and this was just one of them. So Robbie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Speak up. I don't know. Hi, I'm Rob.
Hi, Rob.
I like games and things, and yeah, that's that.
That's you.
I'm here to roll some dice. I'm gonna roll hard.
What's the character that you're going to be building? For
I was also going to be building a synth character who is the Gen 3 synth, but it will be obvious that he is a synth because he will have like his detonator or whatever has already gone off. Like they tried to, the Institute basically discarded him.
Okay.
So his flesh is going to be kind of missing from his left ear areas. You'll be able to see like, I don't know, synth robot skull or something underneath.
Trying to hit the kill switch.
Yeah. So his motivation is basically revenge on the Institute for using him and throwing him away like some sort of sex toy.
Nice. Now, I forgot to mention too, in the first campaign, Robbie, with his character Bob the Super Mutant, won the most valuable character award and also got most kills. So whatever he does this time, he's got pretty big shoes to fill. Next, as we rotate around the table, is James. In the last campaign, James' character won most wanted, like most likely to die at the hands of like law enforcement or bounty hunters. And he also got the WTF award, which was it was quite the moment. But for me, like I met James through this game as well, and I think you were the first person that really got a good grasp of the rules, and you were able to help out a lot. And I appreciated that when it started, because you need somebody else who knows the rules, and you seemed to get it early on. So that being said, James, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, well, for starters, my name isn't James. It's James. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I enjoy playing games with these guys. It's a lot of fun. The character I plan on doing in this campaign is going to be a lot different than Caesar from the last one. He's coming from a vault where so all the vaults have the experiments, and the experiment in this vault, my idea was to see how people with mental illnesses would interact in a small environment. So my character is a pyromaniac, and he burns down the vault and escapes, and he just kind of wants to see the world burn. And I couldn't really think of any interesting names, so I went with Duncan because I thought that's like so generic and easy.
Yep.
And it's just kind of funny.
Duncan these nuts.
I like it. I'm sorry, we moved on. I didn't even ask what Robbie's character's name was.
I'm gonna call him Glitch.
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 Right. Awesome.
Hack and slash.
All right, so coming right down the line, we have Kirk. Kirk, I also met you through playing the game here, and now you work with us, which is really cool too. You played Mr. Farmhand, which we had to make that character for you because you weren't there the night that we did the character.
That's why I have to be here today.
Then you had, you don't want to make that mistake again.
Would have made him a pectrum this
you-
time.
you-
He's got legs.
It's solid. You ended up, your character got the underdog award. I think that was really just from rolling with the punches a lot. So I think you did a great job.
Thanks. I broke a lot.
You did, specifically your optics
And my thrusters.
and your thrusters when they
Yeah.
weren't making a rotten egg kind of scent.
Thanks,
So yeah.
Owen. Nothing.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, Kirk.
I was recently a mechanic, and now I paint, which is much more fun, much more interesting. This time, my character is not going to be so squishy. I'm going to be a super mutant this time.
Right.
And, yeah, I was thinking of naming him Tiberius.
Sweet. I
A little
like
bit
it.
tougher.
Like Tiberius Kirk.
Like Tiberius Kirk.
How about
Also, like, my other persona when I fight
Mhm.
is Tiberius, but I really like the name. And it
Yeah.
kinda,
it works. It goes well together with Kirk.
Yeah, it's a really good cat name. Tibbles.
Tibbers.
Tibbers.
That's what they call me, but I shouldn't have told you guys that. Shit.
So anyway,
Spoilers.
Tibbers.
Yeah.
Every time you guys mess up one of my character names, like Strawberry, I'm like Tibbers.
Yeah, I remember Rad Rocket. Rad Rocket. Rad Rocket.
So the next up in our line here is Mr. Matt. Now, I know Matt because we started working together, and we started playing this game before Matt joined. Matt joined about a third of the way through the first campaign, and then he jumped in and he caught right up. Like, what I was really impressed with was you started off about 3 levels behind the closest people when you got involved in the campaign before, and you made so much ground, and that was awesome. And I think that really shows how good you Dungeon and Dragoned. It did good. So that's how you came into it. But tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Matt.
A little bit about myself. I am it's funny, I don't know how to talk about myself without telling people what I do. Say, hi, I'm Matt Kessler. I am a painter by trade and a business owner. I love trampolines and shelties. And I have one of the two. You'll have to guess which one. Also, I love my dog, Saber. And
I think that gave away the answer to the question.
Yeah, I love working hard and sweating it out. I enjoy physical fitness and a really good snack post said fitness.
Nice.
I feel like that about sums me up.
That's it. Well
great.
done. Well done. Tell us about the character that you were going to create. What's your thought process behind it?
Gotcha. I am making a synth character. As long as somebody else took Super Mutant. Yeah, okay, good. I'm making a synth character named Riker. And how much detail do you need here?
Oh, just how do you want to angle this character? Like, what's unique? What do you think is going to be fun about this guy?
Ooh, that's a great question. What do I think is going to be fun? What I think is going to be fun is playing a synth in a human world where I feel like synths are essentially made out to be bad kind of thing. I feel like I feel like, I've never played a synth character. I don't know how to answer this question properly.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, I think that's an interesting dynamic, and I think the Winter of Adam, like, there's a lot of hostility towards synth characters anyway. So I think it's a really good and interesting time to play that type of character.
They're kind of like second-class citizens.
Yes, that is a great way to say
and
it.
It introduces a neat kind of challenge.
By that, it was like a synth that knows it's a robot and just like does the true thing. Like, this is correct. I need to do this kind of thing.
Like, right down, like, lawful good.
Lawful, exactly. Lawful
good. This is my
good.
protocol. This is what I do.
Yes.
Period. No gray area.
No gray area.
Nice.
And which
we're gonna push you to the test.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So great. And that's what I find, like, when I read through the Fallout rule book, they say, like, a big thing is, like, the moral dilemmas.
Yes.
And it's like drive that when you're trying to, create.
Which is going to create. I know that being lawful good is going to create serious tension in this group based on everything we've already been through as a group.
Yeah.
So,
no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
To get our things started, we're going to do the GOAT, the Generalized Occupational Aptitude Test. So, for those of us that don't, Tom, can you explain to us what the GOAT is?
The GOAT is a general aptitude test that distinguishes what job you should be suited for in a vault. So it's a vault tech test assigned to make sure that youngins know their place and they be the gear that they're supposed to be, the cog in the machine, and they should never deviate from it ever.
Nice.
Fun fact: the GOAT test is exactly why Duncan went off the hinges and burnt down his vault. Because he was assigned a janitor and he did not approve.
Fun fact: the T in GOAT is test, so you said test twice.
Yeah, GOAT test.
GOAT
test.
In general, whatever. Yeah.
Test.
Yeah. It's like saying chai tea, man. That's just TT.
That's just
I'll go
TT.
AP points. It's like it's action points.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. It's a thing now.
We could hurt ourselves.
So by doing the GOAT tonight, we're going to determine what each character's first tag skill is. So when it comes to the point of choosing your tag skills, this is the first one that you get based on the results of this test. So people that are listening to the thing, they can follow along and feel free to answer the questions if they want, and then we'll see what occupation they would have where they're in a vault. So I'm going to read the questions. You guys have question or answer sheets in front of you. So as I read the questions, you're just going to circle or X, whatever, mark the answer for each question as we go. And then we're going to kind of tally them up.
Chaotic evil, we just poke a hole through the number.
Tear it right in half. Perfect. Feed it to the cat. So question 1. You are approached by a frenzied vault scientist who yells, "I'm going to put my quantum harmonizer in your photonic resonation chamber." What's your response? 1. But doctor, wouldn't that cause a parabolic destabilization of the fission singularity? 2. Yeah, up yours too, buddy. 3. Say nothing, grab a nearby pipe and hit the scientist in the head to knock him out. For all you knew, he was planning to blow up the vault. Or 4. Say nothing, but slip away before the scientist can continue his rant.
Fucking copy. Making copies.
Copies. I'm gonna run a mouth.
Oh man,
I'm gonna run a ding dong.
Anybody?
No, I can't remember what the second option was.
Yeah, up yours too, buddy.
Oh yeah, that's
SNL, isn't that what that was?
Yeah.
Question 2. While working as an intern in the clinic, a patient with a strange infection on his foot stumbles through the door. The infection is spreading at an alarming rate, but the doctor has stepped out for a while. What do you do? 1. Amputate the foot before the infection spreads. 2. Scream for help. 3. Medicate the infected area to the best of your abilities. Or 4. Restrain the patient and merely observe as the infection spreads.
Oh.
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
You said that at work.
Same panic, different disco.
Question 3.
I'm going to ask a question before we continue.
Yeah.
Is there a chance that instead of choosing which role, how many roles are there in total?
How many rolls?
Yeah, how many like Vault 1, 2. Oh, it's gonna
Origins?
Yeah, how many is there? Plus the 2 that come in the.
Oh, goodness.
I think there's 3 that come in
There's
the new
3
one.
in the
Is
new
there
one.
3?
But then there's also a couple that come in the Winter of Adam book, too.
Yeah. The only reason I wanted it is because I wanted to roll a die.
Just
I
randomly.
want a chaotic.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll do it afterwards. I just want to know if that's okay.
That would be. I'm down for anything.
Down for it? Okay.
Threaten me with a good time. All right, question 3. You discover a young boy lost in the lower levels of the vault. He's hungry and frightened, but also appears to be in possession of stolen property. What do you do? 1. Give the boy a hug and tell him everything will be okay. 2. Confiscate the property by force and leave him there as punishment. 3. Pick the boy's pockets to take the stolen property for yourself and leave the boy to his fate. Or 4. Lead the boy to safety, then turn him over to the overseer.
Wow. It's between 4 and 2, I believe,
figured
right?
That's a tough one.
But see, I like the first one because it's like you give him a hug, you tell him everything is going to be okay. But you can do whatever you want at that point.
Yeah.
Like you can still turn him in, you
Steal the stuff,
it
leave
doesn't
him
say
there.
you're lying.
All of the above.
Yes.
What's number 2 again?
Confiscate the property by force and leave him there as punishment, or lead the boy to safety, then turn him over to the overseer.
Well, I know I would confiscate the goods and take them to the overseer. So I'm 2 or 4. It's well, let's just say 2.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll confiscate the goods.
All right, so question 4. Congratulations. You made one of the vault baseball teams.
I did not.
Which position do you choose? 1. Pitcher.
I'm
2.
a catcher.
Catcher.
Yeah.
3. Designated hitter. Or 2. None. You wish the vault had a soccer team.
Oh, son of a bitch. This plays on my personal...
That's player knowledge, I believe.
Wow.
Question 5. This one's good. I love this. Your grandmother invites you to tea, but you're surprised when she gives you a pistol and orders you to kill another vault resident. What do you do? 1. Obey your elder and kill the vault resident with the pistol. 2. Offer your most prized possession for the resident's life. 3. Ask Granny for a minigun instead. After all, you don't want to miss. 4. Throw your tea in Granny's face.
Can I hear the options again?
You sure can. 1. Obey your elder and kill the vault resident with the pistol. 2. Offer your most prized possession for the resident's life. 3. Ask Granny for a minigun instead. After all, you don't want to miss. Or 4. Throw your tea in Granny's face.
Plus, if you choose that, you get to start with a minigun.
Again, I say all of the above.
Yeah.
Surprise.
I throw my tea in Granny's face.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Question 6. Old Mr. Abernathy has locked himself in his quarters again, and you've been ordered to get him out. How do you proceed? 1. Use a bobby pin to pick the lock on the door. 2. Trade a vault hoodlum for his cherry bomb and blow open the lock. 3. Go to the armory, retrieve a laser pistol, and blow the lock off. 4. Walk away and let the old coot rot.
What's 1 again?
Use a bobby pin. Pick the
What's
lock.
number 3?
Go to the armory, retrieve a laser
Number 3.
pistol.
Grab a paser whistle
A pager whistle.
and fuck that lock
You're
open.
a little late to the game. I'm a few beers in. Question 7. Oh no! You've been exposed to radiation, and a mutated hand has grown out of your stomach. What's the best course of treatment?
Wade.
1. A bullet to the brain. 2. Large doses of anti-mutagen agent. 3. Prayer. Maybe God will spare you in exchange for a life of pious devotion. 4. Removal of the mutated tissue with a precision laser.
There's no option to just keep it and have a third hand that is holding a gun all the time, so that when somebody's like, hands up, and you're like, bam!
Or just like a really strong arm that just comes at you and goes bang.
Yeah. It's like that joke where it's just like behind Chuck Norris's beard, it's just another fist.
All right. And question 8. A fellow vault resident is in possession of a Grognak the Barbarian comic book, issue number 1. You want it. What's the best way to obtain it? 1. Trade the comic book for one of your own valuable possessions. 2. Steal the comic book at gunpoint. 3. Sneak into the resident's quarters and steal the comic book from his desk. 4. Slip some knockout drops into the resident's Nuka-Cola and take the comic book when he's unconscious. You were really quick on that, James.
Yeah. That's obviously the best option.
What's the most lawful good option here?
I think trading it. To me, that's a fair and
Number 1?
number 1. Yeah, trade.
I came across that the other day. I sent it to Megan.
It's like,
It's the
I give
cutest
you this,
friggin'
you give me
video.
this. Everything
Yeah,
else
like
is like
saying-
steal it at gunpoint,
Steal
sneak
it
in,
or
steal
pay.
it.
Okay,
No,
okay,
come on,
one,
steal
one,
it.
one,
It's
one.
the cutest thing.
Question 9. You decide it would be fun to play a prank on your father.
I don't.
You do. You enter his private restroom when
He's
no
dead.
one is looking, and 1. You loosen some bolts on some pipes. When the sink is turned on, the room will flood. 2.
The
Put a
vault
firecracker in the toilet. That's sure to cause some chaos. 3. Break into the locked medicine cabinet and replace his high blood pressure medication with sugar pills. Or 4. Manipulate the power wattage on his razor so he'll get an electric shock next time he shaves.
I feel like the shock is like the least impactful thing. He's just gonna be like, "Bzz, ah!"
Oh, I won't do that again.
Yeah, but like the flood could affect others. I think 4, yeah.
Question 10. Who
That
is...
was question 10.
No, that was question
That was
9.
9.
Oh crap! I skipped a question.
Oh, yeah.
This goes here. That goes there.
This one goes here.
This one,
that
that
one
one
goes
goes
there.
Gonna throw the whole thing off.
Quick
Okay.
math.
I've done that before the Scantrons, and I'm like, oh man, I got everything right. And the teacher's like, you missed one, and you shifted everything over, and you only got it right by answering them wrong.
Question 10. Who is indisputably the most important person in the game? He who shelters us from the harshness of the atomic wasteland and to whom we owe everything we have, including our lives. Is it 1, the Game Master?
Oh.
Is it 2, the Game Master? Is it 3, the Game Master? Or is it 4, the Game Master?
Yeah, I think he might have fudged the question.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't
When in
I
doubt,
don't
pick
make
C.
up the rules except for when I do. All right.
If we go
So
down the right
now that
street
we
or not.
now that we finished the tests, what we do next is we go over the questions, and based on what answer you gave, that'll give a point into one of those tag skills at the bottom. Right?
Cool.
So with question number 1, if you answered with 1, you put a point under science.
Science.
If you answered 2, you put a point under speech. 3 gives you a point to melee weapons. And 4 gives you a point to sneak. Question 2. If you answered 1, you get a point to melee weapons. 2 is speech. 3 is medicine. And 4 is science. Question 3. 1 is speech. 2 is unarmed. 3 is sneak. And 4 is nothing. That's interesting.
Fuck you.
I guess I'll just go fuck myself.
Joke
Okay.
on me.
Question 4. If you answered 1, you put a point under explosives. 2 is big guns. 3 is melee weapons. 4 is unarmed. Question 5. I don't even know how this is working out for you guys. Question 5. If you answered number 1, you get small guns. 2 is barter. 3 is big guns. And 4 is explosives. So, question 5 was the where your grandmother invites you to tea.
Yes.
So, if you answered throw your tea in Granny's face, you get explosives. That's there. Question 6. If you answered 1, you get a point in lockpick. If you answered 2, you get explosives and barter.
Yeah, I did.
3, energy weapons. 4 is repair. Question 7. Number 1 gives you small guns. 2 gives you medicine. 3 gives you barter. And 4 gives you energy weapons.
Man, I'm just like straight across the board here.
Yep.
You know, it's like quite clear where you're going, eh?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, great.
He's got one in every box.
Question 8. So this is the one with Grognak the Barbarian's comic book.
Sorry, what question is this?
This is question
8.
8, yeah. So if you answered 1, you get barter. If you get 2, you get small guns. If you get 3, it's sneak. And 4 is medicine.
Jesus Christ.
Very nice.
Here you go. One.
I'm only missing 4 boxes where I have nothing in. Everything else is 1.
Oh, wow. Okay, I haven't quite hit that thing yet, eh?
I have 2 barter and 2 explosive, and then 1.
Question 9.
Yeah,
You
nothing
decide
number
it would
3.
be fun to play a prank on your father question. So, number 1 gives you repair. Number 2 gives you explosives. Number 3 gives you medicine. And number 4 gives you lockpick.
Another
Question
Bob?
10. This is the question about the overseer. There's no effect on anything.
Oh.
You know, like that has nothing to do with anything. That was just
Joke's on us.
yeah, joke's on you.
I ended up with 2 barter, 1 energy weapon, 3 explosive, 1 melee, 1 science, 1 small guns.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Yes, explosives.
Well, I think if you don't have any, then I think you just get to choose.
Healers,
your-
what happens
I
if
think
you have a
another-
tie?
Yeah.
Roll a dice.
You can roll it off. That makes sense. How many do you have that have 1 in it? Like, do we have enough that has like that we can roll a die for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
It should be
7,
10 and have
8,
1 in.
9, 10. So we got a 10-sided.
I got
We can roll a
10-sided
10-sided die. May as well.
I got one.
Keeps it kind of random.
I think.
A 10-sided die?
I think so.
Okay, so this is for the first tag
Just
skill?
check it. I
Does
don't
anyone
know.
have a 2-sided die? Okay, so
It's a
basically
coin.
1, 2,
I
3,
got
4,
one.
5,
4, 5,
6,
or
7,
6.
8,
I got a
9,
coin.
10.
Or odds and evens. You could do that.
Well, I'm gonna roll for my class.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I gotta need to
Okay.
find out how many.
So I'm not even entering it. So the okay, I got it. You got to give me a quick second.
Oh yeah, I'll give you all the seconds you want.
So what?
We're just gonna see how many options he has
Trying to
to
decide
work
right
through
now?
here.
So I was gonna go. The storyline that I want to take my character doesn't actually work for being a synth.
Oh.
I was just gonna be a synth because I couldn't think of anything off the top of my head, and I haven't put as much thought into this character as I did in Cohen, which is funny because you guys created him for me.
So there's like 11 options that I can think of. I'm trying to remember what's in the new supplement. That's a book that the Settlers.
Okay, everything but Protectron.
It was the, I was gonna say,
12-sided
the
die.
new
One
one is
10 if you took out Protectron. There'd
Yeah.
be 10 options.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't want to be a Protectron?
He seems real slow.
I would take out the Mr. Handy. Protectron's way cooler. He gets like a
Protectron
Okay.
is way cooler. than
Okay,
Mr.
I'll take out
Handy.
Mr. Handy with the caveat that if I get Protectron, he gets Heelys. So he can move a little faster.
He's got wheels.
You get wheels that just pop out like rocket
Wheels
boots.
on his heels? I like it.
Wheels
I
on
like
the
it.
heels. Oh, now I want to be a mosquito. I want to be a protector. I actually have no idea what like that. So these ones here,
I
we
got
got
it. It's in
one
my
to.
head. Don't you worry.
Oh,
You're
you-
rolling the die. It doesn't matter anyways, does it?
That's a 9.
That's a 9.
The Protectron. At this point, he could make up whatever he wants.
No,
If you just
because
number
there's
them in
6
order, it
origins
would
in the
be-
main book,
Yeah. So then,
and there's
3
3
past.
more
It
in
would
this
be the
book.
synth,
So it's
I
the
think.
last one that's in this book, which I think it's actually the Children of Adam guy.
I thought. Oh yeah, I guess it's the way you sent them to me on the like PDF form. I got
Yeah.
Children of Adam, Protectron, then synths. So
Yeah,
So
I
those
just
are
counted
something
going
else.
through the book. So Children of Adam was the last one that I came through. So you would be, or a Child of Adam.
I'll be a
So
child.
you'd be a Child of Adam.
Child. Oh,
COA.
Adam.
So
Son of a-
the
child of
the little
Why
paragraph
do you
that
wanna
they
be a daughter of
give
Eve?
for the Children of Adam in the Winter of Adam campaign is you do not follow the last son of Adam or his newly arrived sect in the Commonwealth. However, their growing presence in the region affects your relationship. Some may look to you for aid or offer you shelter, while others might be hostile or wary towards you. In particular, the Minutemen are outraged about the increasing influence of the children in the surrounding settlements. The last son of Adam, a prophet to his people, might be an enigmatic figure that you wish to seek out and learn from, or you may have heard horror stories about other sects of the church that were torn apart by the prophet's teachings and the actions of his zealous followers. As tensions rise, you might find yourself choosing sides or playing the part of the mediator. Navigating the political storm while pursuing your holy journey will prove difficult. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so you have you start at a faction rank of 2 with last son of Adam sect of the children of Adam. Even if you don't like necessarily follow them,
They automatically recognize me.
So they're kind of like
a little more
at
friendly.
2, they're kind of like different.
Yeah, because they're usually openly
Like,
hostile
cautious,
towards.
but yeah.
Yeah, you can't just
they're not
walk in
gonna
there as a.
overly attack you. Yeah, pretty much that. All
Cool.
right. So
Where was
that
the case?
is where we're at there. So does everybody know what their first tag skill is going to be?
Yep.
All right.
Explosives.
Snack. I'm a snack. I'm just gonna snack.
Snack?
I'm just snacking a snack.
All right. There you have it, and there we are. These guys clearly need a little snacky snack before they move on to fleshing out their actual characters. But how did you do? Did you take the goat with us? If so, here's how the results would determine your future as a vault dweller in the post-atomic world of Fallout. If your highest skill was barter, then you are best suited to be the vault chaplain. If it's big guns, then you're in line to be a laundry cannon operator. If it was energy weapons, you'll be surprised to be set up as a pedicurist. Maybe explosives were your thing. Well then, congratulations, enjoy your future career as a waste management specialist. If it was lockpick, then it's vault loyalty inspector for you. And if it was medicine, then you are needed as a clinical test subject. A high score in melee weapons suggests a future career as a fry cook. And repair skill leads to being a jukebox technician, while a high score in science lines you up to be a Pip-Boy programmer. Did you score high in small guns? Looks like it's a tattoo artist for you. Well, if it was sneak, then clearly you are management material, and the ship's supervisor role is for you. Now this one actually makes sense. If speech was your highest skill, then you are set to be a marriage counselor, right? Communication, it's the foundation of every strong relationship after all. And last but not least, unarmed skill sets you up as the Vault's Little League coach. And that's that. How did you do? I'd be interested to see everybody's answers, so for this episode we set up the polls to give you the opportunity to let us know what Vault job you ended up with. So fill them out. If you haven't checked out our Facebook page already, please do so. And I look forward to having you back next time on the Bobblehead Boys when our next episode drops on December 1st. We'll see you then.